My name is Adrian Pagdin from AJP Consulting. Welcome to our e-learning series on project management. Each module is designed as a refresher for one of the key topics, tools or techniques on project management, starting with completing a terms of reference through to completing project closure and lessons learned. Module 11, Change Management. The objective of this 5 minutes refresher capsule is to provide the competence and the confidence to apply change control to a project. So let's start with a refresher on the purpose of change control. What happens when we get to the end of a project and complete all of the deliverables only for the client to say, "This isn't what I asked for"? There is a difference of opinion, and when you refer to the terms of reference, the client says, "See, this is not what I asked for." You object and say, "But you asked me to make some changes." Now the question at this stage is, can you prove it? If you can't, where do we go from here? Change control exists to protect scope, so there are no surprises come the time for delivery, handover, closure and payment. Change could be imposed upon us because of issues resulting from the unknown or uncertainty, or it could be that the client wants to make a change. Here's a list of potential actions that we can take when we're faced with changes. Any actions that will affect scope must be managed through integrated change control. So let's look at how to apply the process. It's important to remember that at no time is the project mine. So as the PMI clearly states, the first thing to do when faced with a potential change is to evaluate the impact. So let's look at the process displayed here as a diagram and as a series of steps. Step number 1, we must identify and define the change. Step number 2, the change must be justified. Step number 3, how long will it take us and what will it cost us to evaluate the impact of that change? Number 4, the authorization to proceed with that evaluation, particularly if there are costs associated with it. Step number 5, step number 6, we're looking at how feasible this change is and the impact in terms of time, cost and quality. Step number 7, our second gate, the change is authorized, deferred or rejected. If it's a rejection, then we log the request and the reasons for the rejection and we file them. If the answer is yes to proceed, we allocate the costs and implement. Critical documents to update here are the change register and the terms of reference. So let's now look at some best practice steps to summarize with. Change control really is a very simple process that exists to protect scope and to effectively manage scope change so that at the end of the project there are no surprises. So here are some simple ground rules. Number 1, use change request forms as a first line of resistance to deter unnecessary changes. Number 2, use the change register to track changes and demonstrate changes to scope. And then finally, use the change control process to protect successful delivery so that when we get to the end of the project, there are no surprises. I hope that you've enjoyed this 5-minute refresher on change management and that you found it useful. Please browse our other online resources, and if you'd like to know more about open or in-house workshops, please contact us.